Hello everyone. Today we're seeing the variance of standard costing. Before entering into this, let's see what is standard costing. Standard costing is the practice of estimating expenses in the production process since manufacturers cannot predict actual costs in advance. Manufacturers use this methodology to plan upcoming cost of various expenses such as labor, material and overheads. What is material variance? Material variance has two definitions, one relating to the direct materials and other relating to the size of variance. Material variance related to materials. The first one. This is the difference between the actual cost incurred for direct materials and the expected cost of those materials. It is useful for determining the ability of a business to incur material costs close to the levels of which it has planned to incur them. The variance can be further subdivided into different categories. Material variance related to size. A variance is considered to be material if it exceeds a certain percentage or dollar amount. This approach to the material variance is commonly used by auditors who ask to see explanations of all variables exhibiting a change. What is labor variance? A labor variance arises when the actual cost associated with the labor activity varies. It can either be better or worse. The expected amount is typically a budget or standard amount. The variance concept is used in production for most of the materials. This labor variance can also be called as direct labor. Overhead variance. Overhead cost variance can be defined as the difference between the standard cost of overhead allowed for the actual output and the actual overhead cost incurred. In other words, overhead cost variance is under or over absorption of overhead. Overhead cost variance can be classified as variable overhead variance. It is the difference between the standard variable overhead cost and the allowed for actual output achieved and the variable overhead cost. Next is the fixed variable variance overhead. It is the portion of total overhead cost variance which is due to the difference between the standard cost of fixed overhead allowed for the actual output achieved and the actual fixed overhead costs incurred. These are the three types of variances in standard costing. Thank you.